We're about to become a Chinese baddie.
Welcome to Chinese Baddies Beginners Dupe Day 6.
I'm officially Chinese.
These days, it might seem like everyone online is in a very Chinese time of their life, especially Americans. On TikTok, the trend of becoming Chinese is as simple as sipping hot lemon water or boiling apples for tea, a traditional Chinese medicine classic. Others are opting to eat congee or wear red for luck during the Lunar New Year.
I think in many ways it's a really weird cultural phenomenon where a lot of Americans are feeling the soft power of Chinese culture.
This trend is not a 爆红 trend. There have been predecessor trends that warmed up North Americans to such experience.
Becoming Chinese, day one. 你好 Becoming Chinese.
But why are so many Americans suddenly embracing Chinese culture? Like many internet trends, it all started with a random post. In April 2025, someone on X posted this parody of the iconic last line from the film Fight Club.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
Use of the phrase gained traction over the following months, inspiring many variations across social media platforms. These posts were often accompanied by this 1983 song, Yi Jian Mei by Fei Yuqing.
The subtext behind the song is someone who has weathered through storms and hardship. So for these children who are diaspora around the world, it's also their way of paying homage.
Chinese American influencers like Sherry Ju have largely fueled the trend.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? Tomorrow you are turning Chinese. Now that you're Chinese, you need to stop walking around your house barefoot, okay? Because Chinese people, we don't do that.
Born and raised in New Jersey, 23-year-old Ju says Chinese culture was not very prevalent in US society when she was growing up. But she has still managed to maintain a strong connection to her Chinese roots. Ju first gained popularity on TikTok for these hanfu photos taken in her mother's hometown during her university graduation trip.
A lot of the comments were asking me, like, where did I take these photos? What is the style dress called? So, like, in my head, I thought to myself, oh, like, people are really interested in my culture and Chinese culture. I'll just post more. So I started posting every single day from July on just like my life, my experience as an ABC. I would sort of like share like cultural comparison, and I kind of just wanted to share that humor online. So I filmed the video like, oh, if you see this, that means you are Chinese. And from one Chinese baddie to another. I really didn't think that it was gonna go viral, but like it gone viral.
Ju's videos about everyday Chinese habits have garnered millions of views since late 2025. The US has the largest TikTok user base in the world, giving content creators like Ju access to a wide American audience. Many reacted to Ju's videos by putting their own spin on her content.
People were attracted to the Chinese trend, I think initially just because I think people found it funny. Like, I think that that's initially sort of what drew everyone in. But then once I started talking a little bit more about the culture and some of the Chinese daily lifestyle habits, I feel like it was just such a stark contrast to what like maybe they were living. Because, I would go to my friend's house. They don't wear house slippers. And like when I am at restaurants in the US, if it's not like an Asian restaurant, they're serving cold water.
We need to understand these kind of creators or influencers as intercultural influencers. They are often perceived as the cultural arbiters of what is good and bad about a culture because they sit between two different spaces and they're being pulled in this exchange and juxtaposition. So as cosmopolitan figures, people often look to them for advice about sitting between two cultures, but they are only the most effective if their target audience is culturally displaced from their own cultures.
In January 2025, US President Donald Trump threatened to ban TikTok if Chinese parent company ByteDance did not divest its US operations. That led to a mass migration of American users to other Chinese social media platforms like RedNote out of spite. Fang says Trump's threat unwittingly facilitated more interpersonal exchanges between Americans and people living on the Chinese mainland.
ordinary citizens were able to do things like comparing their wages and living standards and talking about their respective cultures. So there is a, really unprecedented platform in sort of the US-China space where, as the tensions between the two governments were getting more tense, the interpersonal exchange became somewhat flourishing.
Those interpersonal exchanges might have even softened China's image in the eyes of foreigners. During the COVID-19 pandemic, wellness advice from Chinese TikTok influencers was often met with racist or xenophobic comments. But now, similar tips are being widely embraced.
What is so interesting to me is that it's the exact same information, packaged in a different way, this time in a mimetic format that people can experience, adopt, appreciate, but also appropriate, as opposed to back then when tensions were very rife and it was a very stressful time. People took the information with a lot more skepticism. So the tonality of the discourse is very different, even though the basic content is exactly the same.
I would say that, yes, it's a small section of Chinese culture, but it is a start. Yes, it's hot water. Yes, it's wearing house slippers, but people are also just asking that why. And I think that that's a very important attitude shift because it was never like this in America before. A dramatic shift has been happening right now. I look at my comments on my comment section and people are just constantly asking for more Chinese food recipes, learning about Chinese New Year traditions. People are more interested in Chinese culture. People want to learn more about it. And I think that is more meaningful.
Beijing sees this becoming Chinese trend as representative of its growing soft power influence in the West. But Fang says the trend might just be a projection of American economic anxiety.
I think it's more about themselves than it's about China. There's some truth to sort of, people on Twitter talking about how rent is cheap in in China, or how daily expenses are cheap in China and things are convenient in China, and the fact that there's poor social safety, social security in the US. I think there's some truth to both of these arguments, but they reflect more of people's own anxieties in their own home countries than what is actually going on in each other's countries.
At the same time, this seemingly superficial online trend could pave the way towards a deeper understanding between the two cultures.
There's always an aspect of over-glamorizing, over-romanticizing a culture based on your one singular experience that is a social media trend. And of course, there's much more nuance behind there. I think social media pop culture is a very important tool for people to break ground, break bread, and have conversations about low-level, low-stakes objects before more cultural nuances and cross-cultural exchange can happen.